Hey everyone, Jim T. Graham with RCGroups.com, and you're at the RC Groups Hangout. As you can tell by the airplanes, the people, the signs. With us
The
today,
smells.
we don't have that technology worked out yet. Although today, anyway, I just totally was about to talk about a banana. Let's stay on track.
No. Let's diverge. Come on. Go ahead.
With us, we have Jason Cole. Jason is in Croatia on the set of Drone Wars, competing. Can't talk about anything. I don't even know if I can say where he's at. But I don't know what kind of coffee they're feeding this guy, but he is out of his mind. He can barely stay in the chair. Not really. Jason, you seem a little tired, man. Are you?
What's up, everybody?
Is it the end of
the
illness, or maybe it's late? You know, it's 9 o'clock there, right?
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. We had a long day of filming and doing stuff, and you know, we just got back from a grocery store run at the mall, and I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm feeling much better. I was sick for the first week or so I was here, and I was really getting homesick, and you know.
Were you missing your wife, Jason?
Yeah, I was missing my wife a bunch, you know, and I was just like, I don't know if I could do this. We're sharing a little apartment with 4 people and 1 bathroom, and you know, it was rough for that first week or so. But things, once I started feeling better, it's starting to get easier, and we're moving along with the competition, and it's a lot of fun. It's some really cool stuff that I think people are going to be super excited to watch on TV. And so we're having fun. You know, I'm doing good, feeling a lot better, and just taking it day by day. We're filming 6 days a week for basically 10 to 12 hours a day.
I told you that's how it would be. You're lucky it's only that long, man.
Yeah. So today was better. They're actually getting a lot more efficient. We've probably stopped after 9 hours today. Called it early, and we might be able to do the same thing tomorrow and have a little bit of time.
Is it a lot of hurry up and wait, a lot of hours of sitting around, and then we need you right now?
Yeah, it's kind of one of those, I don't know how much I can say really, but yeah, there's a lot of waiting. You know, you kind of, you know, you have to wait to do stuff to get filmed doing it and that kind of thing. So yeah, it's not like a rambunctious day of constant building and flying and doing stuff. You're doing it in spurts, you know.
Now, is there a language barrier? Do you have any problems with anybody, or is it all English-speaking dudes and dudettes?
Well, it's fun. Our drivers, like one speaks okay English and the other one doesn't. Luckily, one of the competitors is Slovenian, and he speaks Croatian, and so like we kind of use him a lot. We're like, hey, tell the driver we want to stop here, get out for 5 minutes to go get some food or something out of the grocery store and come back. And so that works out pretty good. But a lot of people speak decent English. The food is kind of strange. It's like a lot of meat and cheese and pizza.
Ah, sounds good.
Yeah, man. Now you're talking.
Every morning for breakfast, it's like some mystery meat, bread, and cheese, and that, you know, that's your breakfast.
Beer for breakfast.
Beer for breakfast. And then if you go to a restaurant, be prepared to wait for 30 minutes for somebody to even come over and ask for your drink order or whatever. It's like they're not in a hurry to serve you. I don't know why.
That's because they know you're an American.
Now, are there vampires in this area? Slovenia? This is starting to sound like Dracula territory. Are we in that somewhere in that area?
Jason's a vampire right now.
I wouldn't be surprised, man. There's a lot of like old, rundown, empty, abandoned buildings and just really cool places to especially fly FPV. So a lot of the guys that brought their own race quads and freestyle stuff have been like hitting some of these cool spots to capture some GoPro footage flying around these amazing places. That's pretty awesome.
Matt Gunn?
Yo.
You know, man, when I go on a trip, my wife gets so sad that I'm gone that she will call me crying and ask me when I'm coming back. She just can't stand it. Is that how it is with you when you're gone?
Oh, of course, man. I get daily updates on why I'm not here, what's going on while I'm not here, and why I should be there and not here. So yeah, that's kind of the standard. Are you getting that, Jason?
No.
Yeah, so we're talking every day. We're communicating via Facebook. I think she might be on live right now watching one of our viewers. So hey, honey, love you. Mwah.
Hey, honey. Just kidding, Jason.
Oh.
I'll never say that again. So yeah, it's I guess it's a different world, man. I wish my wife would watch my live broadcasts.
Or maybe that's
it is.
best.
Maybe that is.
You know, it's kind of not a bad
Maybe
thing.
that
Not a
is
bad thing.
best. Yeah, you're
Hey,
right.
she just texted me. She says, "Yes, I am." So she's watching right now.
Good.
I don't think I have DeChera's phone number, but why don't you send her a link, Jason, here while we're talking about something else so she can join us live on the RC Groups live hangout?
Oh, I don't think she's got Hangouts.
Oh, God.
I don't think she's got a Google Plus account.
This is like yesterday when the bank said, "What's your fax number?" And I said, "What year is it?"
What?
At the bank, man.
Did you say that to them? That is so cool.
What I said was, you know what we need? We need to get this bank into 2017 harmonic range of technology. That's exactly what I said to that lady. I don't even think that's real. Hey, everybody, look what's behind me. It's the awesome Radian XL. I'm a lucky, lucky man. Jason Cole and I were on I think it was the electric line at Jonah and Matt Andren. His last name's odd. I've known Matt for years. Matt Andren.
Matt Andren, yeah.
And he's designed a ton of airplanes that you've flown. And so he had this in his hands, and I think Jason and I were both like, what is that? And Jason actually shot a video of him telling us what it is. You can find it on our channel or on rcgroups.com. But Kim,
world's largest and
most active RC
website.
That's right.
I got it. I got it right.
Yeah. All right. So this thing showed up at my door, and I always get little boxes like this little box we'll talk about in a minute. But I was like, wow, I'm like one of those guys on the Facebook where they have a big box at their door, and I forgot in fact, it came within a day of her telling me she was sending it to me, so I didn't think this is what it was. But I built it in 15 minutes. It is awesome. The only problem is Jason Cole's in Croatia, and I can't shoot a damn video of the damn airplane.
Just go fly it, man. Just have fun with it for a little while. I know the Cardinals, the golden rule is not to fly it without videoing it.
Always video the maiden. If you're a reviewer and you're listening to me.
What could go wrong with that big, beautiful, slow-flying lady?
Hello, Horizon. I crashed that airplane. No, I didn't take any flying photos or video.
Yeah,
I am really sad that I'm not there to fly that thing because it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm sad I'm not there
yet. Next year at CEF, if we're there, everything's normal. We need to fly that in the LMR. It's the perfect contest plane for that.
It's also big enough. I have, by accident, a guy, instead of making the stickers I asked him to make for the bottom of these wings, he made 70 sets of Billy Hell stickers for the bottom of 40-size airplanes. I don't know where they're at. They're in the basement. I know I still have them. And so this is big enough to put Billy Hell on the bottom of the wings. So after I do the review, I'm going to put Billy Hell on there.
Nice.
And then while we're on me, I'll go ahead and talk. This showed up. I literally haven't looked into it because I've been building things, and there's some other stuff I have to take care of. But I thought we might do a box opening since it's a tradition.
Yeah.
What is that?
What is it?
Is it say Airbot or Arbot?
Airbot. And see if I tilt it up, you can get a better look at it.
Oh, it's walking.
Yeah.
Here, let me put it on screen for you here. All right.
It is Walkera, and I have had a ton of luck with Walkera. In fact, the video I did of one of their quads has had over 250,000. Is that right? It seems like too much. Has anyone checked on the number of that #1 video we have? It's a Walkera video.
I don't know, but 250,000 seems about right, which, by the way, doesn't have as much impact if you say 250,000.
Wait, I'm opening. So, whatever. I didn't ask for this. I think they thought that I would just like it.
I love it. Manufacturers think that about us.
All right, so we have blades. Wait, blades. It says blades on the box.
A white box.
And then now let me say this. Look at this transmitter. This is swanktastic.
That is a.
Oh, that looks like an inspired transmitter.
It does. I'm feeling a little bit inspired.
Yeah.
So
don't make me show you.
Is that
the
like
transmitter.
Xbox gimbals on the bottom? What is that?
Yeah, sorta. And so
Here
like.
you go.
Yeah.
All right. Look. All right.
Yeah.
Here's mine. Here's the Inspire transmitter. Hold on, right about there. There we go. There's the old DJI Inspire transmitter, and then back to Jimbo.
I think this one's nicer.
Oh, shut it.
I do. Okay, there is
That's
a problem.
blasphemy.
There's a problem with this that always drives me crazy. But lucky for them, I had a solution already. So we have a home button, a power button, what is this?
Whoa, look at the little gimbal button down there.
Email now.
I'm like, what is that? Xbox controller or something?
It's a gimbal. It's got to be a gimbal pusher.
This thing?
No, the other side, the gimbal
Both of those.
rocker.
What are those things?
This? Oh.
For your thumbs, underneath the sticks.
That's got to be for a gimbal, man. That's your gimbal. That doesn't do anything else but gimbal.
That's interesting. Okay, but it has
Doesn't look like it has a gimbal.
manual
know, right?
manual GPS. We need reading glasses now or something.
Yeah, dude, and you're letting us down with your short
I think that's for buddy box flying. You have to like cradle the guy that you're flying with and hug him from behind, and then he can control the bottom sticks while you fly the top sticks. And then like you play the theme song from Ghost, and you kind of rock back and forth slightly.
Why you gotta ruin it?
Why you gotta go there, Jason? Dude, what's going on in Croatia that we need to talk about?
The one on the bottom is a circle, so that's pretty awesome. So you could throw it in the air and hit circle, and then go take care of some business. Come back to it. Now here's the deal. It's for your iPad or iPhone, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't like that. I never liked those things. But
What don't you like?
Well, the only way that's nice is if you connect it to your iPad via a cable, so it's not transmitting over Wi-Fi.
Correct. Yeah,
like
the primary flying source. Oh,
the glyphs. I got the HDMI connector for my iPhone, and I will be able to fly it through the glyphs.
Okay, look on the back of that transmitter. Is there an HDMI out? Because there is on mine. I could plug the glyphs. Look right here on the.
That would be so awesome.
Okay, look right here, buddy boy. Right about there. You see?
Holy
on mine,
cow.
I've got HDMI for the glyphs. I've got all sorts of USB and stuff like that.
Does it have it, Jim?
Check it out. It looks like a what's going on here?
Mini HDMI?
Looks like a mini HDMI.
That looks like a USB to me.
Now that's not a USB.
It's micro HDMI. If it's not USB.
No, that's a micro USB, man. It's the same one as on the bottom of my phone. That's what you plug your phone. That's what you plug the transmitter into the phone.
Okay.
That's how you charge it then.
There is a thing here. There's a. I guess that's.
Is there another module or something, Joe?
You know what? I guess the best thing would be to read the gosh darn instructions.
That is not American or how the men do it.
What is the name of this thing? Is that called the armsore or the eyesore?
It's called the Airbot, man. Jeez.
Airbot. So if there's no HDMI, if there's no video out, then you're stuck with Wi-Fi. But it's got the paddle antennas just like the Inspire. It looks like it would be awesome to have a video out for that.
Whoa, there's a whole other site called Airbot that has nothing to do with this.
Yes, Airbot Walkera is what you want.
There we go.
So here's the actual. Yeah, I like the body style.
See, there's no gimbal. That's just a fixed camera, right?
Right.
Yes.
I'm not a huge fan of. Sorry, Walkera.
I want you to read the manual and tell me what the heck that thumbstick is for.
Okay. I'm reading the manual right now. I'm heading in.
This battery, though, is supposed to be super long lasting. So we'll
It is super long. It's as long as the quad.
Dun dun.
So there's
Ladies and gentlemen.
But wait, we've seen the quad, we've seen the transmitter. Oh, I know what that gimbal's for. I don't even have to look.
XL battery?
No.
What,
okay.
What is it for?
If you're listening, yeah. Let me show them. I haven't.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about.
I got it pulled up too. I just saw that.
I was on here last week talking to Mac Dunn saying, why can't I have dog fights? Oh wow, everything just went off. Why can't I have dog fights in my my glyphs while I'm flying a quad against another quad? Why can't I shoot infrared or something at you and have virtual dog fights in the air? So now
these are the questions that people have.
Well, at the minute after I asked this, after the show is over, I received an email from, here we go.
Don't you find that kind of creepy that the timing was so good?
Yeah. So
Beep, 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 beep.
check this out. When you are flying in the air, there are different things you can do, and one is like this, a virtual FPV course. But you can also have virtual gaming.
Look at that.
So you're not trying to shoot someone else.
Pokey
You
coins.
are in your own quad in the sky shooting at virtual TIE fighters.
Is this augmented reality
Yeah,
as the actual quad is flying, or is it a game thing?
No. The
on
actual
iPad?
quad is flying, and it's putting this up in front of your screen of your on your phone or your goggles.
Right.
That's pretty cool. I wonder how laggy it is or not. We'll have to see. Too bad I'm not there to test it.
My
video
question,
of it.
what does the game not allow me to go so low that I'm going to chase a TIE fighter straight into the dirt? You know,
That's a good question.
That's my main concern.
Test it. See if it'll let you crash.
So I haven't even flown this yet. I was saving it for the podcast. So what I'm going to do after we're done here is charge this battery up and probably go out to the field and get a little DVR action going and see what I get.
It's dark outside though, dude.
Yeah.
Oh.
So anyway, that is the Airbot. I like it because it's unique and different. And let's see if we can answer a few questions here, then we'll get out of here so we don't spend too much time. Hyper long life battery. I'm hyper vigilant. This battery is hyper long life. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And let's see how hyper it is. Up to 20 minutes, it says. Skid resistant design. Creamy white grace profile. That's nice.
Whoa. That was interesting.
Yeah, grace. Standard hovering.
Thank God.
Waypoints. I've never utilized waypoints. Maybe I'll do this just for fun.
It does
Is there
aerial
a
shape creations.
non-standard hovering? I want to see non-standard hovering.
Where does it say that? Yes. Well, that's when you're crashing, I guess. Orbit flight, which is interesting. You can set up the radius orbit flight in APP and make comprehensive video for stationary object.
That works pretty well on my Inspire.
It has dual GPS. So that's what those antennas are for, maybe? Maybe not. I guess not. That wouldn't be on the transmitter.
On the transmitter, no.
Waypoint. Well, then why does it have dual antennas?
On the ground?
One's
probably transmit, one's receive.
Control and video.
Yeah.
Yep.
1.5 km transfer range.
Interesting.
With an inserted power amplifier. That doesn't sound good. Okay, are we bored? Are we done here?
No, it's an interesting piece of equipment. I want to see what it does. Yeah, it looks pretty good, and I want to see how well it works because, as you know, EagleTree, they sort of, I dare to say, pioneered the heads-up display virtual gates, right?
Yes. You know what else I wonder now? It is a sexy design, but I wonder how it will take a crash.
Hey, is that sonar underneath? What is that bump underneath right there?
Oh, maybe that is a acoustic sonar. Yeah, you're gonna find out real quick how awesome this is. By the way, Jim,
4K camera. Wow.
4K camera.
Do you have a way to record? Whatever this thing is putting out.
You know what I found is I can DVR out of my. No.
No, you won't. You'll have to record your iPad.
Yeah, I'll have to put the iPad somewhere.
Externally.
And what I was going to say is I found I get better recordings using, do we still have live viewers? Yes. That I have better recordings shooting the screen with a good digital cam than I do. Look at that. He sneezed with no vocals.
What are you watching?
Jason Cole sneezing with his...
I muted my cough.
I'm looking at how big this quad is next to this guy that's doing some sort of interpretive dance. He's going, oh, there he is. I thought he was doing interpretive dance. Man, it looks like it's got a 4-foot wingspan, man.
He's about to get a haircut.
Like Jason.
Speaking of haircuts, man, it's like 2 weeks long now, folks.
Why don't you get a Croatian cut?
I just don't know if I want a Croatian cut, you know?
Do it.
I'm telling you, man, those girls over there are so cute. If you get your hair cut by some cute little barber girl,
Maybe I'll YouTube
your
live.
wife's watching this. I think I'll stop right there.
I'm serious about getting a Z cut in the side of your head. It'll grow out before you come home.
Z for what?
Like a lightning bolt, you know, because
Well, what if I had like the Terry logo for when the camera's filming behind me?
Yeah, I love it.
I've got the logo in the front of my goggles. I could have it in the back of my head.
All right, Airbot done. I like it.
Airbot 1.
Gimbal mounting. Built
Did you guys see the leak of the new DJI like micro quad thing?
I was asked to remove it.
Really?
Yeah, I did see. You talking about that little folding thing?
Yeah.
I saw that, and it disappeared as fast as it was up.
Yeah, I'm the one who pulled it.
Well,
I wouldn't pull it anymore. It's all over the place.
Yeah. What do you think that's? What is it?
It's a new little personal quad. I don't remember the name of it. The Maze or something. I don't know.
The Maze.
It looks like the
horn.
The arms go really nice and tight. It's like something you could just throw in a backpack.
All right, Jason.
Like
well, where is it, man? Because I don't see.
I'd have to. I mean, I saw it on my phone earlier. I'd have to go.
All right, I'm just
literally. If I have
literally.
internet to be looking up stuff and.
So I saw it I literally saw this last week, and I thought it was fake because.
Well, they asked. I got a direct email from DJI asking me that we not promote it until they're ready, so we shouldn't promote it.
Yeah, somebody leaked it.
So we shouldn't promote it as in talk about it right now?
Well, we can talk about it, but we shouldn't show any photos of it. They did say, thank you for doing that. We'll send you a prototype or one of the first review pieces. So I will say.
Send it to Croatia.
Send it to Jimbo.
I'm getting everything now, man.
Yeah,
that wing, that little racing wing from Horizon.
Horizon? Yeah, that thing's going to be sweet.
Since I didn't know when you were coming back, I'm like, send it here. Bring it on.
Dude, I'll be back in minimum of 5 weeks now.
That's
so
like...
We're 2 weeks in. I'll be back in 5.
They're going to reject your visa.
That's if I make it all the way to the end.
Yeah.
There's 7 scenes, right? Yeah, I don't know. I can't talk about it. But I could be coming home earlier than 5, but if we're going to go all the way through, then it'll be 5 weeks from now.
Ah, here it is. I found it. It's called the Mavic.
Yeah. Can you post a screenshot, or is that kosher?
It's up to you guys.
No, we cannot show it.
Cannot? Okay.
Is it the DJI thing?
Yeah, it's a DJI folding Mavic.
If somebody from a company sends me a request not to show something, I'm not going to show it.
Alrighty.
That'd be like Chris Henson having a thing that he didn't want anyone to see, and then we showed it anyway, you know.
So what's the, just out of curiosity, you know, we're not going to show it, but we can talk about it, right?
Hey, it's my bad, DJI. I didn't know that happened. So
yeah, so
it's
this little quad. It's got some nice looking motors on it. It's got some nice looking props on it. It folds up flat. You open it up. It's got a built-in gimbal on the front of it, but it's sort of a round ball stuck to the front. 4K camera. Trying to figure out who they're after with that market. Like,
I predict it'll be the hottest selling quad in existence, even over the Tiny Whoop. By the way, Tiny Whoops are so much fun. We've got this giant warehouse. We've got this giant warehouse where we're doing our builds.
Yeah.
And it's kind of where our workshop area is, and every time the cameras are not rolling, we're all tiny whooping it like through the stations and all over the crew and running it into people, and it's so much fun.
That's why it takes 8 hours a day to shoot when it could take 30 minutes, because all you guys are doing is whooping it up.
You're tiny whoopers.
Yeah. So I wonder what that Mavic, where the Mavic is going to fit. I mean, obviously, is it between the Phantom and the Inspire, or is it below the Phantom?
It's below the Phantom. It's made for where the Phantoms are now kind of made for low-end professional use. These are going to be consumer selfie drones.
Yeah, that's a good. Okay, that's a good point. I'll agree with that, because looking at it, it looks pretty cool. It does, however, it doesn't look like some sort of cinematic platform. It only weighs 1.4 pounds.
Not professional.
Yeah, maybe it's just for guys like us that like to have FPV around.
Has 2-axis gimbal,
Yeah.
collapsible arms, an LCD-equipped controller running Android. It weighs 1.4
I
pounds.
could see us using it for like review videos, like because we could just say, "Hey, go up here and do an orbit while we go take off or something," and it's kind of like painted. You know, it could be cool, like throw-in footage for different things that we do for our stuff. Be kind of neat.
DJI Mavic will reportedly arrive on September 15th. All right, there you go.
Well, let's be ready for that. Also, where's the GoPro drone? I mean, you
The
gotta
Karma?
think that's got to be.
Yeah, that's coming out soon, isn't it? Did they send out a teaser today?
Yeah, you guys want to watch it? Well,
yeah, I didn't see it. I want to see it.
Let's see when this video was put up. No, this is an older video. I have a video of it flying, and it's just GoPro footage.
Well, they sent out a teaser today saying it's like what, in next week or something? Did you guys see that?
No.
Yeah.
You didn't see the GoPro email?
Usually those emails feature monkeys. You know, like, check out this week's wild orangutan. And I'm like, I got things to do.
I'm looking on the video here. I'm not seeing anything.
It says a date with Karma. There's a video associated with it. It says be there 9/19. So September 19th, they're going to have a thing. Let me see if I can do this real quick.
Do
it
this.
Says, click the button.
Do it.
Le bouton. Oh, le bouton.
By the way,
what movie is that?
I can't get my new iPhone until I get home.
You what?
I want to get the new iPhone, and I can't until I get home. I can't get it.
Not available yet.
I got a question for you, Jason. How on earth, what are you doing? What service do you have? Because that new iPhone is going to be like $900. What do you do? If I want that new iPhone, I got to get rid of my gigantic phablet of a Nexus 6, and I got to shell out $800 or get on Verizon's stupid payment plan, which I don't want to do because it's like they're not cheap, man.
I'm debating about doing the plan because it's like $600 for the normal size one or whatever.
Yeah, and they tack on $30 to your thing.
Yeah,
anyway,
but you can do. Apple's got a plan where you can buy and get a new phone each year for a payment plan. You end up paying way less than $600 for the year, but you have to pay that amount every year. But every year you get a new phone. So for me, it's like that might be worth it. But I'll take a look. It's just taking forever to load. Right? It's like I'm using so much bandwidth to talk. So I'll scratch that. But you can go to it had the URL there. What was it? Shop. It's way too long. Just go to GoPro.com. I'm sure it's on their webpage.
Well, you know, we've talked a lot about this quadcopter garbage, and let's. Woo! That
was right to that one guy, right?
Yeah,
that one guy that commented, "This is just nothing but quadcopter garbage."
Which wasn't true at all. We talked about a lot of airplanes. I think I must not even have read the anyway. So let's jump to some airplanes.
Here you go, guys. How y'all doing? Can you see me? Anyway, go ahead.
I got these new goggles. These things are awesome.
That's looks like some Star Wars stuff.
I really miss flying planes, though, guys. I haven't flown one in
I bet you do.
Now.
Hey, speaking of flying planes, I'm going to FPV Fest tomorrow. Ready-made RC, FPV Fest. I'm bringing my Drac. I'm bringing my Nano Sky Hunter. I am bringing my Banshee, and I'm going to race. It's the two fixed-wing racing categories are run what you brung amateur and run what you brung everything else, and the stakes are higher for the everything else, as in there's going to be some serious competition. You can't go in both classes, you can only go in one, and apparently it's going to be awesome. So I got to decide what class am I going to run in, amateur or not professional, just harder, right? Like,
you need to do the harder one, man. You got to represent.
Well,
so
have you competed before?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I ran. I've done a couple of fixed wing races at past ready-made RC events, but nothing lately. So, but I've got my Banshee.
It's like DLG cops. Like once you go sportsman and you've done it, like it's time to move up.
Mm-hmm. Well, I test flew the Banshee today just to make sure everything was good with it. 95 mile an hour, flat and level, man, with a micro Dan motor on 3S. So that's cool. So I'm ready. I'm ready to fly, and it will go wide open, bank, and pull all the way back on the elevator, and it'll just do a 180, and you can hear at wide open throttle at 90-something mile an hour when you pull back on that elevator, man, you can hear that motor go like sag down with the G-forces and the pull of the air. So it's pretty cool, man. But
Yeah,
I think it'll do well. So I'm gonna try it out.
Hey, I've got an idea.
Talk to me.
Let's take a look at the Rascal.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay,
Mecca, you're more intimate with this than I am. This is a Rascal review done by Nikolai Zinsley. Got the name right?
Yep.
Nikolai.
I think Nikolai's watching right now.
Hey, by the way, that is a gorgeous main image.
Yeah, great job on that, Nikolai.
He did very well, didn't he? Yeah, he nailed it.
So beautiful. I wonder if it was like that or if that's superimposed sky.
I was thinking the same thing.
No, he just HDR'd it. He did not superimpose.
It's so pretty. It's great.
He did a little after work on it in Photoshop. Look at me. I'm literally scrolling my mouse trying to go up and down.
Do you want to do it? Why don't
no, you take it. You take it. I'll just talk. So, yeah, this is the Rascal 80. I think Joe Vermillion had a little bit of say-so in getting this beautiful plane for Nikolai to review. It has the Great Plains rimfire and I think Silver Series ESC in it. And he's running it on a 5S 4000, which is a pack that is one of 3 that will fit. So here's the problem with this bird, and Nikolai laid it out pretty nice. That's what I like about Nikolai's reviews. He tells the good and the bad. We all want that, right? We all want to know the good and the bad, and he lays it all out. And he did say that it is very tight fit in the front battery compartment because this aircraft is basically a plane from the 50s, right? That was
glow, right?
Yeah, it was designed for glow. It was or free flight or whatever they had back then. It's not free flight, but they had it was designed for that. And so you take it and you update it, and you have some issues, and one of them being the battery compartment up front. And he also had issues getting the motor mount, the motor box to fit with the included fasteners because it was kind of set up for glow. So with that, yeah, there you go. There's his rimfire. There's his gigantic Great Plains Silver Series tank of an ESC. Look at the fins on that thing, man. It's like a radiator.
It's a beast.
I know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I've never seen anything like. There's his issue he had with the fasteners. So he did some cutting, and there's his beautiful Z-bend pliers.
Wait. So we have to actually like build and be modelers for these things?
A little bit, yeah. It takes you back to the days of 1999 where ARFs still required some work.
Sexy.
Look at that one.
That thing's begging for lights on the inside.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Some guy said, well, the nose is too pointy and the windows are too small. I'm like, so I replied, said no one ever. This thing, it looks like an old surfboard, doesn't it? I mean, it literally looks like a longboard.
Right. It does.
Beautiful plane. So
put a skiff on the end.
Right, yeah. So he obviously had a good time with it. There it is, flying to the sunset.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're doing fine. There she is. Ready? Here we go.
Hi,
Hey everybody, Nick here, and I got a plane for you. It's the Sig Rascal, and it's super duper zazzy.
You can call me Nikolai Zolaisky.
Oh man, he hates us. He's watching it right now. He's probably.
What was that show? Like Mystery Science Theater
3000, yeah. MST, I'm a mystic, man. MST 3K.
Very smooth on the top, right here. It's smoother to touch. Yeah. I love how smooth it is.
It's a nice shirt he's got on, and he's mic'd. Look at him. So it is smooth, and you grab it right here, and you go.
Oh my God.
Nick, we're making fun because we love you, brother.
I don't fly it this way, but I can keep my Coca-Cola can in there when I'm, not in the air. I just plop it right in here. I've turned the fan on. You might call it the prop to keep my Coca-Cola cool. I live it right here. Dr. Pepper, preferably. I turn the fan on. It keeps it cool. Yeah, okay. That's about that big.
Oh my goodness.
When I drink it at an angle, it goes in my stomach, kind of like that. Yeah, and my stomach's about this big. That Coca-Cola goes right in.
Oh man, if he were here right now,
Look how windy it looks in the back, though.
It is. It's super windy.
It's super windy here.
So if Nick were in this thing right now,
maybe I'll fast forward.
He'll probably beat on us if he was in here.
All right, let's check out the takeoff here.
It's electric. Oh, there he is! Look who's here!
Uh-oh, watch out.
Oh, heck. We weren't doing anything.
Uh-huh.
Did you see that?
Yeah, it's okay. It's all good.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nikolai Zinsley. What's up, brother?
Hey, man. How's it going?
How you doing, man?
Excellent.
Yep. How's work treating you?
Good, good. Busy.
So that fan thing really keeps your Coca-Colas cold.
Yeah, that's an added benefit of that small thing. It's just the right size to fit a nice Coke can in there, and it keeps it, out of the direct sun.
That's awesome.
So what's your favorite aspect of the old Rascal 80, aside from its beautiful looks?
Aside from its looks, it really does fly nice. I've got to get used to it a little bit because I'm used to the highly acrobatic planes. I haven't had the high wing in my hangar for a while, so but it's really nice to fly. It's relaxing. You can kind of just sit back and do circles and do a bunch of touch and goes and just have fun with it.
I saw your knife edge flying, man. Talk about some elevator coupling, huh?
No, it wasn't bad actually. You just had to have the power on a bit to hold it from losing altitude, but other than that, it wasn't bad.
Good. And then I saw your issues with it. Of course, you discussed the battery compartment, and then the other one was the lack of color on the tail wheel spring or whatever, the metal piece. But that's pretty much it, man. She's a winner. Looks awesome plane, dude.
Yeah, I think if it wasn't for the battery thing, it would be an absolute A+ winner. And I think it was just a matter of it being, the battery compartment is plenty big enough for your normal 6-cell pack, but the span between the firewall and the next former where the hatch magnets are is only like 4 inches or something like that. So getting it down diagonally into the compartment, it was really tough.
Yep. So what's your next plane? Tell us what you got on the table or what you'll be wrapping up soon.
So I'm working on the Carbon Z P2 Prometheus. Made that last night. Got some good pictures of it, but we flipped the prop off, which I found out after reading the thread again on RCGroups that seems to be a common issue with the prop adapter that it comes with. So we're going to use a little bearing Loctite and get it down there good, so we won't have that problem. But
what does it use? A grub screw on it?
No, there's no grub screw. It's just a compression fit.
Oh, so it's not just a bad design or just an issue with it.
Yeah. So it could have really used a grub screw adapter instead of a compression fit, especially for an aerobatic plane like this where you're going to be flipping it around. But
yeah,
you told me you lost the prop, got it in, and then spent the rest of the afternoon till dark looking for the prop.
Yeah, it didn't take that long, but we, with my day job, I didn't get to the field and get it flying until after 6, and now the sun is setting by 7:30, 7:45, so we didn't have a whole lot of time.
Right on, man.
I can't wait to see that video, though. That thing is sweet airplane.
Yeah, I've got some cool ideas to do with it. We got some of the intro shots ready, so I'm going to start working on the video, and then we'll get some more flying in and get that on video, hopefully this weekend during Fly for Tots. But yeah,
tell us about that. Are you going to be covering that?
Yep, I'm going to be covering it. I've got video and cameras are in charging, and all the memory cards are being cleaned off. So I should be able to get a lot of nice coverage for you guys.
So this is Fly for Tots. It's a charity fly-in at your local field. What's your local field? Where is it, by the way, for those that don't know?
Local field is RDRC for Raleigh-Durham Radio Control. It's in Raleigh, North Carolina.
How many years has that been going? It's been going on a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, it started back in, I think, 2000. And they took a year or two off. I think it was like 3 years ago. because of because of the officers, were having family issues and stuff, so they had to delay it. But last year it started back up, and it came back with a roar. I think they raised, I think it was about $15,000 or $20,000 for Victory Junction. So that was great, and we're up over $200,000 total raised for them now.
That's awesome, dude. Good work.
Yeah, it should be a good show. The weather looks good. It's going to be a little warm, but no real threat of rain, so we're happy.
Well, every year at FPV Fest it pours on us, so I have a feeling this year isn't going to be any different. So
it's usually cooler before now too, so it might be hot as well.
We had a relapse. I went camping last weekend with the family, and it was like 55 degrees at night. It was perfect. Now we went out last night just to walk outside. It was 90% humidity and 81 degrees outside. It was awful.
Wow. Yeah.
Hey, I found something on the internet.
Yeah.
And I wanted to share it with you. It's a Facebook
Little
page.
Pete! What? No way.
Little Pete has his own Facebook page.
Oh, nice.
God.
And
That is hilarious.
there's Little Pete right there, and it says, am I showing everything? Are you on here, Jason? Oh, no.
I'm
It says, hello to all my fans. I'm Lil Pete. If you have any photos of me flying your planes or even dreadful crashes, please share them. I think photos like these will help me attract my future wife. Plus, I love to see photos of myself. Please keep your eyes to the
I
skies.
have to go
Little
like
Pete.
that page. That's so
Yeah,
funny.
it's only got 3 likes, so we probably should go in there and like it.
Is there the picture of him on my shoulder in there?
Oh, look at that.
That's awesome.
The Little Pete parrot.
And there's Little Pete with his wardrobe. All the
They
stuff.
don't have my shoulder picture. That's
yeah,
funny.
we're
I'll have to add it in.
Yeah, please add that. Plus, what I'm really looking for, folks, is if you have Little Pete, let's zoom in on this. If you have Little Pete himself and he's been in your plane or in a crash, I think he wants all these photos on his Little Pete page.
That is awesome.
Little
And
Pete.
scary.
Oh,
Joe Vermillion likes Lil Pete.
nice.
What doesn't Joe Vermillion like?
There he is. There's Pete, Lil Pete, and Jim T.
Pete and repeat.
I think Joe likes my posts before I'm done.
Maybe the best Little Pete
writing
photo right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe's good at that.
There's Kim and David Payne, the creator of the Radian XL.
And the foster parents of Little Pete.
And in this photo, you can see where Pete lost his legs in a tragic
It's Lieutenant Pete.
Lieutenant Pete. He was riding in a Sig Rascal. Oh,
That is
man.
so
That'd
great.
be a nice little
I
pilot
love
for
that
the
that
Rascal to
exists.
fit in there.
Well, you think he'd fit?
I don't know how big is Pete. Pete looks pretty
Yeah,
big.
it would totally fit.
He's Lil.
I'm getting me at my own Little Pete. That's for sure.
I think we all need a Lil Pete.
Hey, can you guys understand what this is saying? Hold on, let me try to get it. Okay, see right there, it says to charge the battery, connect the charger, and please charge the battery in the closed state of the remote controller. It looks like the battery is on top of the remote control.
The closed state of the remote controller would probably be in the off position. The radio is off.
Is there a way to
I've had my fair
charge?
share with manuals like that.
Because maybe they're saying, because with the Inspire, you could charge the flight pack and the transmitter at the same time. It's got 2 cables coming out of the charger, but they advise against it because it gets too hot. Maybe that's what they're trying to say in a non-translated way.
Here's the charger.
Okay, so you should. I think it's saying that you should not charge both at the same time because it'll get too hot. The charger will.
I still don't know how to charge the battery. I guess I should figure that out offline. Oh, there's a little hole right there.
A little Pete hole. What?
That's it. I found it. It's a little tiny hole.
Yeah.
I want to charge this thing.
I'd say that was. I'm going to guess that's what they meant.
Yes. I thought maybe it went in the transmitter some crazy way and lived in there. I don't know. All right, everybody. So one thing you don't want to have in a live broadcast, and that's dead air. And the number one way of dead air is to think about things that don't relate to the podcast.
That's right.
That's the
Hey,
tip.
go ahead.
Yeah. Let's congratulate one of the only people in the country who has Mac gun. Tell them.
There's a couple of us out there, but not many. I got my 107.
107.
107.
You got a 333? You got a 333?
Yeah, it's 10 hours of throttle to bottle, but or bottle of throttle. That's it. Anyway, I got my ticket today. My Part 107 remote pilot temporary ticket. So on the website, you go, you click the button over, you go and you log in all the time. Everyone's doing it. It's being posted online. When am I going to see my temporary? When am I going to see my temporary? So I did it this morning and logged into the website as usual, and bam, there it is. It says temporary ticket print. So
nice.
Very cool. Yeah. It took 10 days. So from the date that I took the test, filled everything out that day, 10 days later, which is this morning, I've got my remote pilot certificate. Yay!
Okay.
And then at some point in time, the actual one will come. Now, this is only good for 120 days, and so I assume hopefully before 120 days, my ticket will come in the mail.
So this is for your commercial pilots, and I know, based on what the AMA is saying, that if you're a hobbyist flying FPV and you have a spotter and you're following all the guidelines, you do not need the 107 ticket.
Yep, that's correct. You know, you'll get 10 different interpretations of it, but I think it's cut and dry. That if you follow the CBO rules, then you don't have, even if you're flying FPV, then you don't have to have the ticket. Now, there'll be some aviation lawyer that'll argue against it, and there'll be some guy on the forum that'll argue for it, and you're going to get all different, shades of gray in between. But I think that it's true that you can fly FPV if you're an AMA member and you don't do stupid stuff.
Probably the key word there.
Yeah.
Speaking of AMA members, there was a suggestion and maybe some discussion about RCGroups creating a CBO.
I saw that. I saw your reply to it too, which was nice.
I think it's an interesting idea that we should discuss,
Well, we have talked about it for many years, and the insurance aspect has always been a stumbling block. But that you can be a CBO without offering insurance,
Yeah.
that we could do for sure.
It'd be kind of cool. So if you guys are interested in something like that, let us know.
I think that would be awesome. Who's going to run it? Jason?
Ashley.
All right.
All right, Jason. So you have nothing new to talk about because you're in Croatia, other than what the things happening there that you can't talk about.
Yeah, I'm about to go to bed.
All right. And Nikolai, you're not a heli pilot at all, right?
I dabble in it. I've got a couple little micros, but
nothing large or crazy. Yeah. Never wanted to be a heli pilot.
It interests me, but it's just adapting to the flight model. I don't know. I like the micros.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Understood. All right. Well, coming up next week, I don't know what we have coming up. Typically, I tell you what I did do. If you want to jump on our RCGroups video or our YouTube channel, I just had an unboxing of the Radian XL, so you can see what all is in the box, and I show the flaps and all the cool stuff about the Radian. And
it's a good-looking bird, man. You're lucky.
I'm excited.
So I got the Manta coming. You got the what is it? The Type W? What is
yes, Type W.
I
wanted the Type Z, but that's not out yet.
Yeah.
So
I've got an unboxing coming up for the Phoenix Strega or Striga.
Cool.
I'm gonna call it Striga.
Dromeda, right?
The Dromeda Striga.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm looking forward to that one. I think it's a good-looking airplane.
It's gonna be cool. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Well, we're not all the way to an hour yet, but I think we have hit all our topics. Is there anything anyone needs to talk about before we get out of here?
I think we're good. Oh, did you see that? Speaking of the AMA, now this is some good information. Let's just go right over here into my inbox and read this nice email from the AMA that says the AMA appointed to an FAA high-level advisory committee.
That's good.
So it basically reads, and I'm opening this extremely slow email. Oh, come on. Really?
Really?
Are you on Croatian internet?
I am.
And this is how it sounded. Croatian internet?
Oh, yeah. It says, the AMA writes, we are excited to share that the AMA has been appointed to the FAA Drone Advisory Committee. Dave Mathewson, AMA Executive Director, will represent the AMA as he joins a small group of, this is written really small, exclusive level stakeholders from across the aviation industry. So basically the AMA got into the DAC. They've been trying to get the Drone Advisory Committee. So it was all these big guys such as, you know, your big oil was in there. You had 3DR, DJI, some big companies like that. Anybody that had a lot of money and big stakes in the industry is it was on the DAC. Now the AMA's in it, and originally the AMA was kind of getting shunned, and people were saying, hey, you know, you guys are going and petitioning on the steps of you know, of in DC, and things aren't happening. Why is that? Well, I guess they asked enough and got on. So that's good.
Cool.
And speaking of other news, we got an email, I guess yesterday or the day before, that Colin Gwynn, I always call him Quinn.
Colin Quinn, worst SNL guy ever.
I liked him. But,
I hated him.
But Colin Gwynn from the hit TV show Race Around the World, what was that show he was on?
Amazing Race.
Amazing Race, and then somehow became a drone professional.
Yeah.
He started out with DJI, and so the announcement made is that he's left 3DR. Yeah. But he didn't say where he was going. We have theories on where he might go, and I guess we could elaborate on those theories.
Jason, you had a good one. What is it?
Well, I was thinking maybe he's going to GoPro, you know, another high-profile company about to release a drone.
That would be a step forward, so that would be good.
Anybody else think they know where he's going?
I wouldn't have a clue.
Matt Gunn, do you have a theory?
No, I thought Jason's was the most realistic.
Right.
I mean, maybe he's going to work at Google, you know, or maybe he's going to work at Amazon and work on their on their drone.
Hey, speaking of Amazon, I just saw on Gizmodo that was it Moe's is going to trial a drone burrito delivery service.
Yeah.
Nice.
All that stuff is just. It's just to get on front page of Gizmodo. I mean, literally, didn't 7-Eleven just deliver Slurpees?
Yeah, maybe if it delivered Dr. Pepper's, I would get excited.
You had Domino's delivering pizza. You had the beer guy delivering beer. And there was actually, he was delivering beer out to ice fishers.
Right.
That were, he didn't want to go, nobody wanted to travel out into the middle of a lake. And
he got busted.
Yeah, he got busted for doing that. If they want to deliver Moe's, so be it. What's their range?
Right. I think it said something about a university campus.
All right. So number one, they got to be able to deliver beyond line of sight. Number two, they got to be able to carry a payload that can be dropped, which right now is not allowed. You cannot carry a payload to be dropped under Part 107. You can't carry any payload that can be. And I think they're targeting that delivery.
Well, there's a difference between dropped and released.
Well, removable payload. It's not dropped as in it doesn't have to be bombed. You drop your burrito from 70 feet.
Not to mention, this would be a college full of college people who would do everything they could to bring a drone down.
Yeah,
I guarantee
throw the burrito back at it.
Yeah. No, that will never last work or ever happen. It might happen once.
Right.
On more realistic news, we were talking about Casey Ducia covering the Clover Creek event last week at the end of this week, or the beginning of this week. We have a huge amount of coverage on Clover Creek Invitational. This is a giant scale competition, and we have photos, daily coverage, and now I'm uploading videos on an hourly basis of the pilots. So go to flyinggiants.com and go check that out. It's really good stuff.
Yeah, she did a really nice job on those pictures.
She really did, and she was timely and did a great job. I really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And congratulations to Cal Reefsnyder, who apparently won like some sort of impromptu best of the entire event because he scored the highest in both sides of competition. I think that was how it went down.
Cool.
A lot of great flights. Casey's son, Jace, the Ace Ducia, came in first. But there were a lot of winners in a lot of different categories, so be sure to check that thread out to see what's going on. I'm looking to see if there's any other news that we have on the sites that we need to discuss.
Yeah.
Hey, did you guys see when that guy threw the spear and speared the drone out of the sky at a history festival?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did see that.
That was a good shot.
Shall I?
Yeah, I want to see it.
All right, somebody share screen with me. Oh, I do it. Here we go.
So,
All right, before you do that, I'm going to go ahead and drop out, guys. It's bedtime.
all right, well, have good dreams.
So, yep, good night from halfway around the world.
Good night to Chera.
Good luck, brother.
Yeah, good luck, man.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.
All righty.
On Hee-Haw.
Hee-haw. All right, here we go. Let's see.
Wait a minute. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
I have a thing when I try to hit the away button that says confirm exit. You're currently broadcasting. Exiting this Hangout will also stop this broadcast.
Oh.
Uh-oh, you're stuck with us for another few minutes.
I'm going to not end the broadcast. I don't want to do that.
All right, well, watch this and then we're done.
All right.
Here we go. All right, they're fighting. Everybody watching?
Yes.
Those dang Vikings.
All right.
Ragnar.
Watch this guy right here. Right here. See him? See where my mouse is?
No.
Chunk.
He's
Wow.
so good.
Look at this guy.
That's funny.
Oi. Look
He's
at this.
really good with that thing.
Look at
Yeah.
this guy.
He nailed it.
Watch him come out of the crowd here. I want to do this one more time. Let's see. There he is right here. See him? He turns around. He's running. He's not liking what he's seeing. Here he goes.
Flying over the crowd, man.
Whatcha? Nailed it.
This is Sparta.
I want you to see this guy right here with his mask on. Look at this guy right up at top. Look at him. Ah! They're all laughing.
We hate drones and
In Middle Earth.
of all the old and new gods. All right, everyone. And on that note, this has been the RCGroups Hangout. Thanks to Jason Cole for staying up late and not having a haircut. Thanks to Matt Gunn for showing us crazy videos of people throwing spears at things. And thanks to Nikolai Zinsley for showing me how to drink a Coke and keep it cool while flying a super bad airplane.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Jim Graham, your host. You've been watching the RCGroups Hangout, and we're out. Bye-bye.
Hot trigger.
Hot trigger!
Diarrhea pocket.
Jason Cole.
Yeah. Hit the button. Hit the button.
Click.